All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, we are back again on the other side of the coin. It's incredible. There was literally 40 people waiting before the show even started. It's really nearly reaching 50 after 20 seconds, which is pretty crazy. Thank you so much for all the support you guys always show me. We are gonna have a mind-blowing show today. I mean, I can't believe, I honestly can't believe we're having this conversation. I literally got the news early this morning when I woke up in Sydney. All the action seems to happen when I'm asleep. As soon as Australia goes to bed, all the action tends to happen, and then I wake up to an absolute chaos. I wake up to WhatsApp messages, DMs. Some people are saying, Miz, wake up, you can't be sleeping. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to be up at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. But ladies and gentlemen, it's confirmed. Lionel Messi has left Barcelona. It is confirmed. I thought it was a joke. I really thought it was a joke. I thought it was some sort of a game. I thought that Barcelona was pulling some sort of a trick to I guess, push La Liga to bend the rules of their financial fair play and whatnot, which we'll talk about in details. But I honestly thought that this is all a bit of a drama, and then they'll eventually sign him back. So it was going to be, see you later, Messi, and then, hey, welcome back, Messi. But no, there was an interview, well, not interview, there was a show from Barcelona president, I believe president, right, Advait? Ishan, was Barcelona president, Laporta.
Yeah. Joan Laporta,
And he's confirmed, it's finished. It's over. See you later, Leo Messi. You enjoy your career elsewhere, and the new era has begun. Before we get into all of that, 81 people live straight away. Please smash the like button, get the likes up to all the way to 80. I'm pretty sure we'll get to 100 in no time. Let's get those likes up. You guys are going to enjoy this particular show. If you're here for the first time as well, subscribe. We are now running wild towards 7,000 subscribers. Literally running wild, probably less than 500 subscribers to go. And I'll do a shout out to the people that are in the live chat very, very soon. But firstly, to my boys, Ishan is always here, and I've got Advaid as well. You guys would have remembered Advaid from the Real Madrid preview and days, the 2 legs, and also he's there with the series that we do, which is the archive, where we have all these different sort of topics that we bring up. Advaid does all the editing work, so he's not just a panelist, but he's also an editor for this particular channel, which is fantastic. First of all, Ishan, my man, how you doing?
No, I'm pumped up. I'm absolutely pumped up. This news has taken a toll on me. I kept my online classes aside, and I was on a full research for Messi and then this whole financial downfall. And then I actually did some good amount of research on this, and I
by the way, live chat, Ishan actually did close to 2-3 hours of proper reporting on this particular issue. Ishan, do you mind just showing your notepad, because it's got like notes all over it? It's got like a
don't get
two,
scared
three
by
page.
my handwriting, but then listen, this is the work.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Wow.
This man is prepared to let you know everything about this message situation. So if we forget something, Ishan's got it covered. Don't worry. He'll have it covered. Advaid, Real Madrid fan, how's the news going?
To be honest, I still can't believe it. I mean, even from a Real Madrid perspective, seeing Messi out of Barcelona is just like, it's just like, even after the official statement came out, I thought, oh, you know what, it's just, they're just putting pressure on La Liga. They're just going to get it done eventually. But then today, after the press conference, it's really over. And I'm as same as Ishan, I'm just pumped up, and I'm just I've been looking at stuff all for like hours together, and really excited to talk about this. It's crazy news.
Brilliant. I mean, this is so well said, Advaid. You're not the only one. Like, I've seen other Real Madrid fans say the same thing. I mean, as much as the animosity between Real Madrid and Barcelona, it's a shock in the system for world football, not just the rivalry, the world football. I mean, the thought of Messi leaving Barcelona, I can never imagine saying that. For me, Barcelona was Messi, Messi was Barcelona. Like, there was always rumors in the last couple of seasons, oh, maybe Messi might leave, he might become a free agent, but he always ends up signing that contract extension. It always happens. The fact that it's not going to happen anymore, and we've had such a report from the Barcelona president Laporta coming out and saying it's finished. The new era has begun. We are going to move forward, thinking beyond Lionel Messi, and Leo Messi has to think. It just, what hurts the most? I guess not hurts, but what's disappointing the most is that we're not going to see Messi do a goodbye. Like, how most players get the chance to say goodbye to their fans. That's sad, man. That really is sad. He's literally given his heart and soul for that club. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Barcelona fans that are literally crying now. They're literally crying not to be able to see Messi at the new camp anymore, and that stadium. I'm pretty sure they're gonna. Is La Liga gonna get fans back this season? Are they?
Yeah, they are. They plan on getting back.
So, man, that's incredible. That's incredible that the fans won't be able to see Messi anymore, which is insane. We're going to get deep into this topic. First of all, 107 live. Smash the like button, guys. I want to give you a shout out to all the people that are in live chat at the moment. Yusuf, my man, thank you so much for joining. Alex is here. I would love Messi, but I would hate Chelsea becoming a team like PSG where all 11 on the pitch will be leaders. Too many leaders also lead to a leadership crisis. Absolutely right. Best 22 is triple two is here. Ben Akel, Marcus is here. Patik is here. Banolo, Bratwurst, Declared, my man, is here. Who else is here? We've got Sunday Agbo, Shamaki, Akinbal, Abhinav is here, Daniel is here, Liam is here, man. We've got a lot of people. Roby is here. Strip Bear, good to see you. Liam, Leroy, oh man, it's incredible. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. All right, let's get deep into this straight away. I'll go to you, Ishan, because you've done a hell of a lot of research. You've left your uni work to do this. Like, this is legitimately something incredible. We've got Hajir as well. Hajir, nice to see you, my man. Let's just talk about this initial topic. Lionel Messi has apparently had a agreed contract. It was agreed Barcelona was going to get this done and it was going to happen. But apparently the financial fair play in Liga and the financial issues that Barcelona are in at the moment simply could not allow them to sign Lionel Messi, because Barcelona, in their wage structure, which I know you're going to talk about, this is the culmination of this particular issue at the moment. Their wages were incredible. They needed to reduce their wages something around, I believe, 200 or 250 million euros per week. They needed to reduce that, something like that. Don't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure you've got the figures. But obviously that wasn't getting possible. Their wage budget was getting smaller and smaller every season from what it was, because they were in so much debt every season. And obviously the pandemic, not having the fans the last 2 seasons and not being able to earn any money. Now the whole Super League thing makes complete sense to me from why they were pushing for it, because they were going to get a big injection of money. Ishan, from your perspective, just talk us through, how did Barcelona get to this mess where they can't sign Lionel Messi?
Yeah, so, if you're a non-Barca fan, you'd think that how has this financial fair play and this financial instability in Barcelona occurred out of nowhere? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's not out of nowhere. It's been, they have been cruising to this for years now. It's a slow and gradual process. It's not a one-nighter thing. It's the wage structure that they were maintaining, it was colossal for them, and this has now it's visible because this is the saturation point. I'll be getting into the details later, but then the thing here is, as a summary, if you want me to say, just like Miss said very much correctly, Messi and Barcelona were agreed on terms. Barcelona were about to make a signing, announce Messi for a 5-year deal more. That means till 2026. Messi was to stay in Barcelona for sure. The paperworks were done. The personal terms were agreed. everything was done. In fact, the meeting which Messi had in the final stages with Barcelona was the meeting that everything was to be signed and wrapped, and he was to be announced at the very last moment. La Liga, wherein La Liga and Barcelona were in talks, right, and in regarding this wage structure and everything, which we'll be explaining to you in every single detail later. But then it was the last moment that La Liga said, "Listen, you're exceeding the wage budget, and Messi cannot be registered." Now, once La Liga says Messi cannot be registered, then that means Messi cannot play for Barcelona. That's it. And if they do sign Messi, then Barcelona is not part of La Liga. As simple as that. Why? Because they've basically breaking the their clause,
the rules,
or whatever they say, the rules and the regulations of La Liga. So basically, that's what they said. They can't register him. It's not like they said that no, we cannot afford him. They can afford him, but the debts will go higher and higher. The debt count will just go higher. But the thing is, they cannot register him in La Liga. Now, I'll go to the initial details of this. Where did this thing come from, right? Now let's go back to 2013. It was the time when La Liga decided that, listen, 2013, remember guys, ladies and gentlemen, 2013 was the era where Barcelona was not just Barcelona, they were prime Barcelona. And even Real Madrid, Advait would agree, at that time was star-studded Real Madrid. Ronaldo was at his peak, and maybe at that time even Gareth Bale came in Real Madrid, so it was just fully star-studded. Yeah. So back in 2013, La Liga came on and said, listen, we need to limit the wage structure. We need to limit the wage budget structure of all the La Liga clubs, right? Including FC Barcelona, FC Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and each and every single club that comes to La Liga. So what La Liga did is that La Liga board members did is that they invited all the clubs and then proposed a plan. They said that, listen, we need to be very, very cautious with our unsustainable debts. Now, what does that unsustainable debts mean? It is those debts, which are short-term debts, but these cannot be diminished. These keep on growing and piling up. Basically, they were, in short, they want to talk about the wage structure. They were talking about the wages and those debts which keep on climbing, right?
Yeah.
So Barcelona came up in 2013 with support of all the clubs in the league, and they made a financial sustainability their top priority, and went one step ahead of financial fair play, right? Financial fair play was a thing that limited the teams from having a breakout transfer market, right? There was a limit to the transfer fee, but there was no limit to the wages. Very carefully listen it, that there were, for financial fair play, guarantees you that there has to be a bar towards your transfer market, in the transfer system, in the transfer fees, but not to your wages. So what La Liga did here is that they thought that, okay, listen, if there is a bar and if there is a gauge there in your transfer market, in your transfer fee, fine, but what about the wages? If your wage structure goes up and the transfer market goes down, then there will be unsustainable debts, right? For that purpose, they introduced this the whole rules and regulation, which is in short called as economic control system for La Liga, right? Now, in this system,
I think this is what Laporta. This is what Laporta was addressing to in the show today, where he was saying that they cannot keep up with this economic structure.
Exactly, but the thing here is, Miss, every single club in La Liga, they came up across and with full support of every La Liga club. La Liga board members came on and implemented this. It was not that Barcelona was against it. Everybody was in full support of it, right? Including Real Madrid and Barcelona.
So everyone agreed on this. Everyone agreed on this.
Yes, everyone agreed on this, and this is not something which happened recently. It's been there since 2013, right?
Yeah.
Now, again, this set of measures was taken to ensure the responsible spending across all clubs in La Liga, right? So basically the intention was, if you limit your wage structure and your wage budget, basically your transfer budget increases. That means you can inherit more world-class players, you can invest more on your transfer budget, which is a one-time investment, right? Transfer budget is always a one-time investment, and a wage budget is always a to and fro. It's a fixed thing.
It's fixed.
It's a fixed, and it always grows, right? Once your wage budget, your wage structure is here, it cannot come down. It will always go up, right? So that's the thing. That's what La Liga wanted to control, right? Now, this thing that they called as economic control, this was a different thing. Now listen to this. This economic control actually controls the spending on the playing 11 and not the transfer market, right? What does this system say is that La Liga came up and said that, listen, this economic control system basically would control your spending on your playing 11 and all the coaching related, all the coaches and staff members. Their wages and salaries would be limited, right? For example, FC Barcelona as a club, their wage budget is, for example, this much, right? For example, let's have an hypothetical scenario, this much, right? So basically, including each and every player in FC Barcelona, plus each and every staff members and the coach, manager as well, combine their wages, it should not cross this bar. You know what I mean, right? If you cross that bar, that means you cannot register him, right? That's exactly the situation where Barcelona is at this point of time. The bar has been filled.
They've crossed the bar. They've crossed, like,
the wage structure has been filled, and they cannot input any influx anymore on the wage budget. So that's why they cannot basically register Lionel Messi at this point of time, right? So this economic control system says that you cannot exceed your wage budget. The wage budget has been limited. This has been discussed, and this has been a clause since 2013. This has been supported by each and every club from La Liga, and this is your wage structure. You cannot increase, go ahead of that. There has to be a limit in that, right? Why? Because you need to think about your transfer budget as well. If you put everything on your wage budget, you cannot put anything on your transfer budget, which will be, let's say, a liability to your club. That if you cannot influx more players in your team, that it would be a liability to those players who are already in the team and they are earning so much money. Perfect example. Let's take the example of Danny Drinkwater in Chelsea, right? Big liability. So that's exactly what I'm talking about here.
And sorry, Ishan, just quickly, do you think that's probably the reason why they've been going for free transfers lately? Because they don't have the wage. The transfer money.
Yeah, exactly. Miss, you might have played FIFA. We all might have played FIFA, right? In the transfer budget section, it's the exactly same thing. There's a bar here in the transfer budget, total transfer budget bar here, for which the transfer market budget is like somewhat like this, and the wage budget is somewhat like this, right? So basically, what La Liga came up here and did that, they put a bar on the wage budget, right? And then they said that do not go out of this, so that you can at least spend some on your transfer budget and keep the wheels rolling, keep the sponsorships rolling, keep the investments rolling. Now, I'm talking this about the La Liga's economic control concept and the system, right? And keep in mind that this was with the support of each and every club, right, in the La Liga back in 2013, right? Now, what is the result of this? I've researched on this, and it says that La Liga has the highest. The link that I've sent you says the same thing, right? La Liga has the highest influx from sales and its players in all competition, and has the highest transfer value compared to all the leagues, right?
Wow.
So La Liga has been profiting, and La Liga can prove that. Listen, the teams that are performing in La Liga are benefiting from it. Then what conclusion can we bring out from here? There's a problem in Barcelona, right? There is a problem why Barcelona is facing issues, and why the other clubs in La Liga are not facing issues, right? So that's it from the La Liga's FPP and control system. That's what you can say. Barcelona are absolutely in a mud. We'll be talking later about Barcelona's financial crisis. That is a different chapter. We'll definitely talk about that. But this, to the people who are confused about why there's a banter between La Liga and Barcelona, why Barcelona is being blaming La Liga, this is the reason why. Because there has been a system that has been introduced back in 2013, but with the support of every club who are playing in La Liga. Out of a sudden, out of nowhere, Barcelona's debts increased significantly due to its unstructured wage system that me and Miss
Hmm.
talk about so much in this channel. The why wage system is so important in
Exactly.
football club. They have mismanaged the wage structure to hell, and then now they're in an absolutely mud, and that led to the financial structure. There are many reasons. We'll talk about that, so go on, Miss.
100, man. I mean, Advaid, I just want to share this with you now. Obviously, we've all been looking at this live chat. Smash the like button off the roof. 336 live after 20 minutes. This is probably some sort of a record for this particular channel. Let's get those likes up to over 300. We are going to get so deep into this topic. It's not even funny. Advaid, have a look at these wages. We've got Lionel Messi at
It's
1.3 million, 3.6 million euros per week. That equates to, I did a bit of a calculation here. Let me just get that, because pounds will be nice to look into because most people talk about pounds. That's 1.15 million pounds a week. I mean, how many players is that you can pay for? That's insane. Then you've got Antoine Griezmann, 881,000 euros per week. Oh my God, man. I'm getting goosebumps reading this. That's 748,000 pounds per week. Then you got Frankie de Jong, 400,000 euros. Sergio Busquets, probably these players, they've been there for a long time. Ousmane Dembele barely plays for them, 230,000 euros. Samuel Umtiti as well, another player that's barely, has been injured, 230. I mean, this is some insane level of wages at Vade. I mean, I saw a comment here from one of the live chat people, and it's great that we have you here because there are some question marks over Real Madrid as well. I want to get deep into this as well. Do Real have similar issues as well in terms of wages?
I mean, our situation is very much under control because towards the end of last season, probably in the last season, to be fair, the entire squad and the entire staff were made to take a 10% wage cut. And to our, to our fortunate luck, this wage cut was successful, as opposed to Barcelona, where you have certain players that were willing to take the wage cut, but few of them just weren't just didn't want to cut their wages, or they
Hmm.
wanted to have some other conversations on this. So and when you have a system like Barcelona, which is so mismanaged under Bartomeu, who is offered
Hmm.
under the previous presidency, where he's offered insane amounts of money, as you can see. I mean, there's no way you're paying Griezmann 800,000
Wow.
euros a week. I mean, come on,
Unbelievable.
come on. I mean, he's not that kind of, he's not an 800K a week player. Let's be honest here. And if you might think Messi is on astronomical wages as well, but then yeah, it is astronomical. But then if you look at
Like, at least you
the
can say that Messi maybe deserves
yeah,
that. He deserves that.
and you can also say that because Messi's commercial value is so much that he probably
Yeah,
brings more for the club than he actually takes home. So that
so
is to an
true.
extent justifiable. But then if you look at the numbers of Griezmann and all the others, I mean,
Look at this one,
Frankie
Frankie de
De Jong.
Jong.
Frankie De Jong, I mean, he's just come into the club. He's not even, like experienced player like say Busquets or the other players like there. And even if you see some of the Deadwood, I've seen a lot. I have couple of Barcelona fan friends, and like players like Busquets and even Umtiti are just they're not the player they were once before, and
Yeah.
they've just it's they're basically classified under the deadwood category, and they've not just been able to get rid of these players, and
I mean,
they're
look at
on
this
such
one
high
as well,
wages.
Advait. 230,000 for Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah,
Like, how many games has he played for Barcelona? Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, he's been injured a lot, and it's just astronomical, the kind of mismanagement that Barcelona is seeing under the previous presidency. And when you have so much of so many things messed up, there's only so much a new president can do to get them out of this situation. And
Yeah.
that is just what has happened with Messi. They were at 110% of their wage gap, and wage, the bracket, and that was simply not acceptable by La Liga. And this is exactly why Barcelona just couldn't find any way to formalize the agreement. As Ishan said, everything was agreed, and as per even reliable journalists, Messi had even taken more than a 50% wage cut to get this contract going. He had it was a 2-year contract which was going to be paid in 5 years. So you can see they had to prolong the contract so that they can pay the money that he was going to make in 2 years. But then they just couldn't do that because, I mean, it is the La Liga's rules after all. They're not going to make any exceptions for anybody. So, as Laporta said in his press conference as well, I think he quoted that with Messi, not being able to renew, and with him gone from the club, the wage gap has now reduced to 95%. But then, if you look at the ideal gap, that the ideal percentages that it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be anywhere between 65 to 70%. So you
Wow.
can see that even after Messi gone, they still
They're
have to make
still
such,
in trouble. They're still in
yeah,
trouble.
they still have to make negotiations and wage cuts with a lot of players, to be anywhere near financially stable. And
Advait, just
yeah,
quickly, with Messi gone, can they still now register the new players, Aguero, Depay?
yeah,
Like, what's the situation
apparently.
there?
So apparently, Laporta has said that the new players that have come in, which have obviously been free transfers because they don't have any cash to pay for, transfer money. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, so what Laporta said is that the players have really accepted this, financial crisis, and have come for a really cheap. I mean, not cheap. I mean, really reduced wages. So that's what he meant by the play. He said that the players have made an effort to come to Barcelona. So I think they've been able to register those players because more. Because the first point is they're on really lower wages, and the second point is that they are free transfers. So coming to the Real Madrid aspect of stuff, one thing that I liked about how Perez has actually managed our financial situation is that he is uh, first of all imposed this wage cut on the entire squad, which has been taken well, and even the contract renewals as well. If you look at Luka Modric, he is
Yeah,
renewed for a year, but with a 10% wage cut. And if you look at, say,
right.
even Benzema as well, who's going to renew his contract, he's also taking a wage cut on the renewed contract. So if you see here, we've saved a lot of money on the wages, and with Ramos and Varane gone, who also had big contracts with the
True,
club,
true. Yeah.
we're also saving a little more. I mean, I don't know about how good that is for the defense part of stuff, but then if you look at the financial part of stuff, I think we've done exceedingly well to uh, kind of balance the books, because we actually finished the last fiscal year, that is 2020-21 season, with a profit, and and not much of a profit, but with a profit. That's it. That's the important thing to note. But with Barcelona, they're looking at losses of over 400 million euros. So you
Yeah,
can just
man.
see, we there are a lot of people who think that we're in a similar situation as Barcelona, and that is completely wrong, because we are, yes, we do have a little bit of financial troubles like most clubs do have, but then I think with the transfer market, we have more than being with in a financial issues, we're probably focused on just one player, that is Mbappe. So we aren't like probably not signing other players because we don't have the money. It's probably because we have our priorities elsewhere. That's what I'm made to believe, with all the stuff coming out.
Before we even go deeper into the whole Messi situation, I'm so intrigued because Advaid, there's a lot of talk about Real Madrid getting Mbappe for free next season. Perhaps we will obviously talk about Messi, where his next destination is. Some Chelsea fans, I put a poll out there, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Obviously, Messi to Chelsea is probably near impossible, I would say. PSG looks like the front runners. There's some conversation going on about that. But Advaid, I'm very intrigued from a Real Madrid point of view. Mbappe is who they're looking to get next season on a free. Apparently, that was already done and dusted. It's most likely going to happen. If you get a player like Mbappe, let's face it, Advaid, there's going to be a lot of wages that's going to go there. You still have Eden Hazard. There's a lot of wages there. Benzema, I don't know whether he's going to leave or not. You can let me know about that. But apparently you guys are also in for Erling Haaland. Now that Chelsea are off Erling Haaland, we're going after Lukaku, which is should be happening very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. And we will talk about Lukaku. We've got 533 people live. This is a record. This is literally a record on a normal stream today.
Yeah.
The other day in the pre-match we had about 1,500, but that was because we were in the stadium and whatnot. But this is literally us having a conversation. 40 people watching us live. Smash the like button, get those likes up to 500 straight away. Blow this stream apart. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribing. We are on the way to 7,000. But Vade, talk through this situation with me. How do you get Mbappe? How will you think about managing maybe Erling Haaland? Haaland may go to Bayern Munich, I don't know, maybe a PSG, but Real Madrid's in the mix. How will you manage all this? Because I feel like you could very well easily fall into this trap that Barcelona's in.
First of all, I think Haaland moving clubs this summer is extremely difficult. And I think this is something that a lot of journalists have said. But, with a lot of Spanish journalists who are quite reliable, they have also reported that our budget for this transfer window was around 122 million euros. And now with the sales of Varane and, few other players who have gone out on loan, we've got loan fees as well. I think we've about close to about 200 million euros to spend on this whole Mbappe operation. And with Ramos and Varane leaving, and with the club having no intention to sign another centre back and focus just on Mbappe, I think the wages part of thing is kind of sorted, because I read some reports saying that we have about 20 million euros net per season reserved for Mbappe. So that part is kind of, I feel like we've because of the fact that we've just gone all in on Mbappe and no other player in this window, I think we've sorted our we've kind of have our finances sorted if PSG is willing to negotiate, that is. And again with Haaland, next year, of course, he's gonna have a release clause. But but there's another thing to remember is that by next year we're gonna have fans back in the stadium. I mean, this season we're going to have fans back in the stadium. So the revenues are going to increase. And then with the shirt sales as well, because if we get Mbappe, the shirt sales are just going to blow up. And, we're going to get a lot of revenue like that. So I feel like even if we do sign Mbappe this summer, which I'm not too confident, but I hope it gets done. I feel like by next summer, we'd be in a better financial state than we are now, because we'd have a lot of revenues coming in. So, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I mean, they're obviously going to be on high wages, because I heard that you probably have to triple Haaland's wages to, even
Haaland's on 100,000, I think 100,000 euros. He's looking for minimum 300,000. But I'm pretty sure next season it's not even going to be 300,000 at Vade, because his buyout clause is going to be 75 million pounds or euros. So it'll be half of what we were chasing him after. So you know what that means at Vade. The wages are going to be a lot higher than that. Look, we will delve a lot into that. Ishan, I want to go to you. Just want to quickly read this out before we talk about the whole Messi situation even more. I'm here to explain the situation about Messi. I need to say first, sadly, we have such a bad financial past. That means the wages are 110% of the income. Wow. The wages are 110% of their income. That means they're not even making enough money to pay the wages. That's insane. That means we have no flexibility. Situation is worse that we were told and what we had calculated based on the official data. I just want to quickly read out Adam Newson's tweet as well, and then I'll go to you, Ishan. Barcelona's last reported annual income 1920 was 855 million euros. The year before it was 990 million, and they still they've still got themselves into this mess. So they've been making quite a bit of money. That's not La Liga's fault or UEFA's. It's down to complete recklessness of Bartolomew's presidency. He goes on to say Barcelona spent an initial 96.8 million on Ousmane Dembele. They've now paid the best part of 142 million to Liverpool for Felipe Coutinho, and they spent 107 million on Antoine Griezmann. Not one of them has an unqualified success. Again, Barcelona have themselves to blame.
Exactly.
I mean, Yeah, go on, Aded.
And one thing to add, I just want to add before you get to Barcelona is that I saw a comment here that said Modric and Bale are also on their last years of contract. And another thing to note is that Bale is on high wages as well, and we're not
Yeah,
going to offering him a new contract. So he's going to be up. His wages will also be cleared next season. So that really
Right.
frees up a lot of wages so that we can get
Aded,
some
it seems like
superstars as
Real
well.
Madrid, as you said, they were preparing for this. They weren't
Yeah.
looking to contract extend anyone else. Like they
Yeah.
knew Gareth Bale was coming to an end. That's it, finished.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Papa
Do you know what
Papa
I mean?
Perez is a smart man, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, as much as he's a crazy guy, he knows
Yeah.
what he's
He's a
doing. He
smart
knows what he's
man.
doing. Ishan, I want to ask you now.
Yeah.
Is this the end of Barcelona? Like, I can't imagine Barcelona with Messi. I know Barcelona has been declining. When was the last time did they win the Champions League?
14,
2015?
15.
14,
2015,
15.
yeah.
14, 15.
14, 15. So it's been what, close to 7 years since they last won it, 7, 8 years. I mean, they've been in a decline. They've been thumped regularly in the
Yeah.
Champions League now, literally against Liverpool not that long ago from a comeback victory. Roma has done them, PSG last season. Before that, Bayern Munich absolutely just rammed it in, absolutely pumped it in. I mean, they've been in a decline. Without Messi, Ishan, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Memphis Depay and Aguero at the age of 33 or whatever he is, are they going to be like a mediocre club? Like, are they going to be like Arsenal level or something?
Now, look, before I address this and whole Barcelona, Barcelona situation, let me tell you guys, above 600 of you guys watching, ladies and gentlemen, this might be the first time in a normal sort of conversation we're having 600 plus.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, live chat, smash the like button and spread this video, share it with your
Yeah.
friends, because this is something which it's not just a normal transfer talk that we're doing here. It's something
It's
we're talking
huge.
something serious. This
Yeah.
is I've talked about the financial crisis and the La Liga's financial support system. The banter between La Liga and Barcelona, and we'll be touching upon Barcelona's crisis as well. So thank you guys for joining in. And yes, going to your question, Miss. I've talked about this La Liga support system that we didn't knew exactly what it was, right? But now, knowing the fact that everything happened, the thing is, what I wanted to touch upon with that whole explanation is this economic support that La Liga introduced was not just for Barcelona. Point number one, right? It is for each and every club that plays La Liga every season, right? Including Real Madrid. And Advet knows well the way his club has managed the wage system and the transfer system, right? That's why maybe they've not been cancelled by La Liga, or they're not struggling to register any player for them, right? So the thing here is, people might be thinking, why is that Barcelona in the mud? And Barcelona are coming out and blaming La Liga's financial support system and playing some mind games that, listen, probably the greatest ever player to grace the game is leaving your club to another club if you don't lift that support system. I mean, where were you when you signed that contract in 2013, which said that, listen, this is going to be the support system and this is the way you're going to treat your financials? This is not something which has been done in 1, 2, 3 years. This financial support system implemented by La Liga was back in 2013, and Barcelona did sign that. Where were you in 2013? Where were your brains? Couldn't you capitalize on the whole situation that you're going to be in a mud in a few years from then? So the thing here is, Miz, Barcelona's situation slowly and steadily became from bad to worse, and now it's in a saturation. Let me go with some facts here and some reports, which says it is reported that over 1.2 billion euros Barcelona are in debt currently, in spite of all the marketing and brand value profits, right?
Wow.
You remove all the profits, doesn't matter how many merchandise sales out of Lionel Messi LM10 shirts that they sell, doesn't matter how much advertisement they sell, removing all the profits. Despite of having all the profits, they're having 1.2 billion euros.
Oof.
This is the debt they are having, right? Next, they are in a triple B minus creditors rating, triple B minus, BBB minus creditors rating.
That means
Now,
no one wants to give them money. No bank wants to give them money.
Exactly. This is something new, and I'd like to dig it in a little bit more deep. Now, this is basically a creditors rating. That means this is basically when you run a business, there are debts and there are assets and liabilities, right? There are debts and credits. So basically, there are investors in your company who come up and say, "Listen, I'm giving you this fund. You use this fund, and then you repay me back later, right?" When this is how business goes, normal B2B business goes, right?
Yeah.
So the thing here is there are credit systems AAA plus, AAA, triple A plus, triple A minus, triple B plus, triple B, and triple B minus. Triple B minus is the saturation level, ladies and gentlemen. If Barcelona goes one step below this, I'm afraid they're on the verge of bankruptcy. They're absolutely on the verge of bankruptcy. Barcelona would be bankrupted, and that's the situation that they have landed themselves up to. And it's Barcelona. It's nobody else's fault. You cannot blame La Liga. You cannot blame Real Madrid. You cannot blame UEFA. Nobody. It is Barcelona's the way they managed their whole team. Right. Next is that this debts that they were trying to absorb. The whole add-on was during the COVID pandemic that they had an additional 203 million euros loss in COVID pandemic. Barcelona as a club, right? Now, again, with an ongoing liabilities for the club, it is estimated that they would lose a total of 267 million euros in this year. So the loss also has been estimated in this year, right?
Yeah.
This loss will be added onto the debts. And
they already have.
At the mess they're in. I mean, and this would,
Laporta said. By the way, just quickly, Sean, Laporta in his report today said that they're in such a mess that they could be, if they don't sort it out, it may be like this for 50 more years. Like they need to clean this up good.
Exactly, and combination of this 2 years, 2020 and 2021, financially I'm talking about, they would be in nearing to 500 million euro loss. It's not debts, it's loss, and they'll add up to the debts. Right now the wage structure of FC Barcelona, this is an important one, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll get to know why me and Miz always stress upon the wage structure in this channel. The wage structure of FC Barcelona accounts up to 74% of their financial budget. Now, this has been converted into the debts, which are keeping on mounting, right? So look at the amount of wage structure that they've been impounding on them, and this has, that's what we're talking about, Miss, right? The wage structure is something when we go forward, there's no turning back.
We've said it, Ishan, many a times. You look at the Chelsea wage structure. The average wage is somewhere between, I'd say, 150 to 250. That's most of the wages are there. But when you start having that average of between 150 to 250, and now it becomes between 200 to 300, and then slowly becomes from 250 to 350.
And it keeps on increasing, Miss.
Yeah, slowly it becomes very difficult to maintain how much revenue and the profit that the club is making and how much of that is going to wages. It becomes an issue. Exactly. It really becomes an issue because then you can't spend on transfer budget. I know we are run differently. I know Roman is run differently. But right now, the financial fair play is relaxed. But once the financial fair play comes back in again, we have to be careful. We have to be very careful again.
Yeah. Another thing is their short-term debts records to 731 million euros this year. Short-term debts means a debt which will be recorded for a year, right? Max to max 1 year. So which is the most for any European club. So 731 million euros is the debt just for till this financial year. In short, Barcelona did not have the budget to cover Messi's contract. As simple as that. Doesn't matter if Barcelona comes up and blames La Liga. It does not make any sense. Because the thing we're talking about here is the wages that they are providing to the players. I don't know where is the planning when they sign those players. Where is the financial planning, for Christ's sake? I mean, where have they landed themselves into? And To sum it up, the reason why Barcelona are in this mess, it's because of their own actions. It's you cannot blame anybody. You cannot blame anybody. There's no way you can blame anybody. It's all of their actions. Point
It's
one,
the previous
it's
presidency.
absolute. Yeah, the previous president basically, but then it's the club totally, right? You could have better planning, you could have better management. So the first point that I was going to say is mismanagement, right? I mean, I'm not sure what kind of management that club runs with, where you do not have that vision, that vision of 10 to 15 years of your financial stability. The first and foremost thing you'd want your club is to have a good financial stability. That's where you would keep the balance of your debts, assets and liabilities, and then move ahead with some profit. If you don't foresee that, I'm not sure what kind of a club you are, what kind of planning you are doing. Just selecting, playing rock paper scissors, selecting players and then signing them does not make any sense, ladies and gentlemen. Second thing that we all know is overspending. Just missed had read an article which says Ousmane Dembele was a perfect example, straight in the face example that it was an absolute overspending. The wage structure that you've just shown, Miss, it simply shows overspending. That also adds to overspending, because just like Advait said, 881 million euro, 881k per week to Antoine Griezmann does not make any sort of sense by any means, right? So overspending, mismanagement. Third is that me and Ms. we always stressed upon is the poor wage structure. Look at every player, right from the goalkeeper to the striker. Every player is filled with bags and bags of cash are going to their homes weekly, and does not help the club at all. They've in short, you can say Barcelona have tried to keep their players in front of the club, which should never be the case. It should always be the club in front. The club should be the most important entity for football, and then comes the players, then comes Lionel Messi, right? Yes, we can all argue the fact that, and even I accept the fact that, Lionel Messi's wages are justified because he's once in a lifetime player. Agreed. But you need to accordingly manage the other guys as well. You cannot be giving 1.3 million per week to Lionel Messi and be giving 881k to Antoine Griezmann. Doesn't make any sense. cut a 500k to Griezmann if you're giving a 1.3 million Messi per week, right? So the thing here is, Messi has been in the club for over 25 years, if I'm not wrong. And the wages, Messi's high wages has not been just now. It's not that Messi is asking a high wage. Hell, Advait has concentrated upon that, the fact that Messi has taken, 2 years a wage for a 5 years deal, right? So basically, he's ready to compromise everything.
He wanted to stay. He badly wanted to stay. He did. And this is what the president said as well, that he wanted to stay. And they wanted to keep him as well. And he's really devastated by this news.
Another thing is the fact that I concentrated upon BBB minus creditor score. There won't be any more sponsorship deals for Barcelona if they go one step
Someone in the live chat, Ishan, said that some of their sponsors have pulled out. Live chat, let us know. I saw some people in the live chat say that some of their sponsorships have pulled out. Japanese sponsors have pulled out, apparently. Do let us know. But yeah, continue, Sean.
Yeah, I'm saying they have to, because they're absolutely in a mud maze. Why would you, as an investor, invest in a club who's facing 1.2 billion euro as a debt? Why would you do that?
Yeah,
it does
now with
not
Messi
make
gone.
any sense.
I mean, with Messi gone, the whole commercial
oh my days!
Look the whole commercial aspect is just ruined.
Yeah,
this is what I want to ask you as well, Ved. Now, how much is Messi leaving La Liga going to impact La Liga? Because there's a lot of fans that are saying that, oh no, but there's Atletico Madrid, there's XYZ players. We still have Suarez. Real Madrid has Benzema. There are other players that people like to follow. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. A lot of people were tuning in worldwide. Let's get this right, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 531 people live. Messi was not just for La Liga. I'm telling you, I'm from a Bangladeshi background, and the boys here are from an Indian background. In the subcontinent, there's just two players for them. It's either your Messi or your Cristiano Ronaldo. It's either your Barcelona or your Real Madrid. There's two mega clubs in the subcontinent. And do you want to know the population of the subcontinent? it's in the billions. It's in India themselves has about 1.2, 1.3 billion people, something like that, right, boys, or close to it.
Yeah.
Bangladesh itself has about close to 200 million. Pakistan, the same thing. Sri Lanka, the same. There's a lot of people that La Liga was purely Messi for them. So, Advaid, I want to ask you, him now not being part of this particular league, what impact does that have?
It's a huge impact. It's monumental, to be honest, because I mean, we already saw Ronaldo leaving 3 years ago, and now you have Messi leaving. The whole Ronaldo Messi thing was, the reason why many of us watched La Liga. And now in the past 3 years when Ronaldo has left as well, Messi has again been this as you said, the thing, he's been the factor that attracts you to watching El Clasico. That
Yeah,
attracts you. It has been a factor that attracts many fans to supporting Barcelona as well.
yeah,
And with him gone now, and it's not just him, even Sergio Ramos as well. He's gone from La Liga, he's joined PSG,
yeah,
and you know you see this lateral shift where a lot of players have just left the league, and then the whole commercial aspect and the whole appeal of it has gone down. I can't lie, because even though I'm a Real Madrid fan, I would I've been defending this league for a long time, and I still do, because it's obviously the league in which my club plays in. So
mm,
I mean, him leaving La Liga is definitely, undoubtedly going to have a huge impact, because the whole viewership, the whole sponsorship, everything goes down, and it's attributed to his wages as well, because he brought in, as I said, he brought in more money than he took in
yeah, yeah.
Barcelona, and just
He was not
for the
just an
league
asset
as
for Barcelona. He was an asset
well,
for the whole league.
because La Liga's pull and all that, they had, the whole Messi part of it, because they had him playing in the league, and now with him gone, I mean, I've seen a lot of tweets saying La Liga's finished and all that, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't come. I would still not completely agree to that, because
I
obviously
think so. It's
there's a
Barcelona
part of
finished
me.
before La Liga finished.
Yeah, yeah,
Can we agree
absolutely,
that Barcelona is
absolutely.
probably finished? Like, can we see them competing in Europe? Maybe in La Liga, maybe they can compete still, but in
I
Europe,
don't know.
can they
Yeah,
compete in Europe?
without Messi, I mean,
I mean,
the
with Messi, they were getting hammered. With Messi, they were getting
yeah,
hammered.
and he's been monumental for this club for I don't know how long. So without him, even in La Liga, to be honest, there are a lot of clubs that are catching up, and
Yeah.
making top four might be difficult now. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, man. Wow. All right, let's talk about the final piece of this whole Messi situation before we talk about Romelu Lukaku. Guys, I got a nice clip from Matt Law, which is going to excite you all a lot. So do want to hang around for the Chelsea news as well. But Ishan, Messi's next destination. I just want to bring
Yeah,
this up,
Fabrizio
Mr.
just tweeted. Yeah,
Fabrizio. Yeah, Fabrizio's all over this news. Fabrizio is living for this particular news. He is
yeah.
loving life at the moment. Let's bring this up.
So he's saying the City are not gonna go for Messi,
Yeah,
because
I think City is keen on
they've just
Kane.
and they've just broken the bank on Grealish and given him the number 10 shirt. So I don't think they can go for
So,
him.
so here's Fabrizio Romano. Pep Guardiola confirms Man City are not going to sign Lionel Messi. We spent on Jack Grealish, and he will wear number 10 because we convinced about him and thought Leo would stay. Now Messi is not in our plans. Wow, was Messi in their plans to start off with? Seems like he probably was. I want to also bring this one. Pep Guardiola announces players set to leave Man City. Bernardo Silva wants to leave. There are three players who want to go. When they bring some offers and they want to leave, we are open to discuss. Wow. So now that Man City have got in Jack Grealish and they're probably going to look to get in Kane, some of their players are looking to go. There's going to be big domino effect over here, ladies and gentlemen, very, very soon.
I mean, it was bound to happen, because if you spend that much on Grealish, and he's not on low wages as well, so they were bound to let a few players go.
100%. Look at this one from Fabrizio Romano. Pep Guardiola confirms Man City are not going to. I've already. I've already read that. I was going to do something else. Where is that? Here we go. PSG. Yeah, that's the one. PSG manager Maurizio Pochettino on press conference. Signing Leo Messi means Kylian Mbappe will leave the club. No, he said, laughing. So they're gonna. Can you imagine? I actually want to bring this up. I had this picture. Let me just bring this up, ladies and gentlemen.
They should probably rename the club to Paris Monopoly Germans.
Look at this entertaining lineup. Don't tell me it's not going to show up, man. That sucks. It's not going to show up. Anyways, let's get back to basically someone did a lineup, ladies and gentlemen, and it literally had Neymar, Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Wijnaldum, Marquinhos, Verratti,
I've seen
Hakimi, Sergio Ramos, Mbappe, Kimpembe, and Hernandez is another, like a rumor that, I mean, let's quickly let me just take care of these super chats, and then we want to talk about where Messi is going to go. Declare, thank you so much for the super chat. Now need to take 130 million for Lukaku and pay Messi's wages. His wages on 1.2. It was 600k that Barca couldn't afford. Messi brings in so much more. Yeah, exactly. Look, he brings in a lot. But what can you do at the moment? They're in such a financial stress. Even by not having Messi, they're not out of this whole mud situation. So they got to get rid of many other players. And you're right, it's not Messi's fault. It's all the other wages that have been pumping to Griezmann. And, as we saw, De Jong. I mean, I don't even know why they're getting so much money, to be honest. Alex, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Wijnaldum, Ramos, Donnarumma, Messi on free for PSG. I feel sorry for other clubs in Liga. Soon PSG will follow with their current wage structure. Yeah, man. PSG got to be very careful about what they're doing with their wage structure. But all of these free transfers kind of makes me think, yeah, it's smart. But at the same time, kind of makes me think that maybe they also are focusing a lot more on their wages as opposed to the transfer budget. So
look, I mean, you can't possibly, keep 3 superstars in your team at those high wages. So I'm kind of inclined to agree that, if they eventually do sign Messi, PSG will have to let go of one of their high wage earners, and that's Mbappe, and I'm all for it. I mean, I hope they let him go finally and open discussions, because we just want him.
And here's the thing. And Ishan, I want to get your perspective, and the Chelsea fans and any other football fans out there. As I said, we'll talk about where Messi is going, most probably Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. But the whole Erling Haaland situation, Ishan. A lot of people are saying Haaland will have many suitors. There's 10 clubs lined up for Haaland. Let me break this down, and correct me if I'm wrong. Man City are getting Harry Kane. They got Grealish. I can't see how they go for Haaland next season. I really cannot see that. That's gone. Bayern Munich, as reported by Jan Age Foytoft, is on 150 million euros debt last season. They need to clear a lot of their players and their wages as well before they can even think about getting another player, because they've got into the same mud where they're playing Leroy Sané incredible amount of money. Yeah. And then you've got Goretzka, Kimmich. They all want to get Leroy Sané money or more. So there's an issue there as well. Real Madrid, if they get Mbappe, and as Advaid said, they've saved up the money. They $5 every week. Like, you know how your mom gives you $5 to save for the lunch, but you don't buy the lunch, but you want to buy this really nice toy when you were young. They've saved up that money for Mbappe, that really nice toy. I don't think they have enough money on top of that to then pay the release clause and the wages. PSG, if they're going to sign Messi, I'm pretty sure that Messi will be for at least 2-3 seasons, at least 3 seasons. You still have Neymar. Yes, they will probably lose Mbappe. And this is probably the only place I can see Haaland go. But even then, the wages of Messi, the wages of Neymar, and all the other wages there. Hakimi is on high wages. He's gone there for high wages. Donnarumma, high wages. PSG has 8 goalkeepers.
Wow.
8 goalkeepers, PSG. I think they just lost one. Areola has gone to West Ham. So they still have 7 goalkeepers. So, you know, I wouldn't put it past if Chelsea go in, if they do, and get Haaland for 75 million pounds. Half the
But would
price.
it make sense? I mean, would it make sense though with Lukaku?
That's the thing. So a lot of people are saying maybe it's too similar, but I'm thinking, why not have Lukaku and Haaland up front? And if you continue with the wingbacks become your wingers. So, it's not a far-fetched scenario. I'm just putting it out there. It may not happen. Yeah, the biggest contender is United. I just saw someone say United. That is the biggest contender, United. But when you look at Haaland, do you want to join Thomas Tuchel or do you want to join Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? That all depends whether Ole Gunnar Solskjaer stays or not. That's the other factor. But I want to quickly ask both of you guys before we just wrap up with the Messi situation. Advait, where do you picture Erling Haaland going next season?
I mean, if you were to ask me, I'd probably think
you'd say Real Madrid.
Club,
get out of here,
my
bro.
Club. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, from the wages point of view as well, Gareth Bale is on really high wages, and his contract is up next season. He's on his last season of at Real Madrid, so he's going to free up that wages, and we're probably going to sell a few players as well. So I mean, it would be really, I'd be ecstatic if Haaland joins us next season, and I've heard reports that he's been really convinced, and I mean, everyone's attracted to Real Madrid. Come on, and so I think it could be us if we're in. It really depends on what kind of situation we're in. And United, I mean,
can Mbappe and Haaland coexist?
I mean, with Benzema doing this well, I mean, I don't know if if the manager is gonna give. He's probably have to change up his system to accommodate all three of them. So, I mean, Mbappe and Haaland could probably coexist, but then with Benzema still at the club and performing at such a high level,
you can't put all three.
You gotta think. You got to really think, because we got in Luka Jovic and he's not been able to get. He's not been able to kick it with us, and United as well, because I mean we keep thinking about the manager, but there is the Norwegian link there, so you have to So and they're in kind of next season they're probably in need of a striker, so it could very well be an opportunity for them.
Ishan, what's your thoughts, man? Where do you think Haaland? Obviously, we're not going for him. We're going for Lukaku. What will happen for Erling Haaland? I don't know if there's going to be a lot of clubs that can line up for him.
Tottenham Hotspur Football Club? Nah. No way in hell. No chance. Nah, the thing is, just like you said, Man United is a good shout. It's an actual good shout. Looking from the financial standpoint and also from the other aspects as well, Man United is a chance. If Man City does not sign Harry Kane now, they're going for Haaland next season, 100%. No two ways about that. They are definitely signing, and it might actually. There is a possibility, because
I feel sorry for Harry Kane. He better start going training.
Yeah, sure.
He'll make a fool out of himself.
Miss, the thing is, they've already broken a bank for the likes of Jack Grealish, right? £100 million is done. He's there in Man City. Man City won the Premier League without a striker, without a proper number 9, right?
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola would be like, "You've given me Jack Grealish, I'm fine. I'll win another Premier League.
I'll win another Premier League
next season. Get me Haaland next season." Possibilities. I'm talking about the possibilities. That is possible, right? If Harry Kane is not in Man City, don't be surprised if you see Haaland in Man City next season. Next, Chelsea. There is a time where when we played Good Johnson and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank with a front two.
Yeah.
Why not now? Bring me a Lukaku and Harry Kane in the front too.
I mean, people, put it this way, Sean. People, when we used to talk about Galacticos, Advait, you'd know this. When people used to talk about Galacticos, they had the likes of, the Brazilian Ronaldo, Raul, Zinedine Zidane, David Beckham, Roberto Carlos, Figo. I mean, no one really said, oh, that's not possible. Why is it impossible when Chelsea wants to do something like that? Do you know what I mean? Well, how do you fit everyone? You don't fit everyone. Some people have got to go. That's the thing. Yeah. Some people have to go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, my idea is, if Timo Werner continues to have the kind of season he had last season, this season again, where he misses over 19 or 20 easy chances, I think Timo Werner is probably going to be a casualty. He really will. And it all depends what other players are doing as well. Christian Pulisic is a big example. He has to have a big season. Do you know what I mean? Callum Hudson-Odoi has to have a big season. So some of these players in Chelsea, this is a crucial season for them. It's a very big season. Don't think that, oh, we're just going to hug them and keep them together forever now. We won the Champions League. We keep them forever. No, it's an evolution. It's an evolution. Every player needs to continue to do well. But we will talk more about that. Just a quick thought from both of you guys. Messi, where do you think he's going? Chelsea is definitely not a. I mean, is anyone saying Chelsea? I'm looking at the live poll. 64% is saying that they would sign Messi at Chelsea. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, Ishan, is that even a shout? Chelsea.
No, the same answer I would give Messi. If Messi comes and knocks on the door, who you are to say a no to Messi, right? You definitely welcome him with open arms. So I would definitely take Messi if it's a 1 year deal or 2 year deal. The amount of first of all, we are not in a financial crisis, any sort of financial crisis, right? We are very well financially stable. Next, if Messi comes in, the wage is there, but then it's understandable. It's Lionel freaking Messi. Right, so the wage structure is understandable, and he'll be in Premier League for 2, 3, 4 years max, and then that's quite understandable and that's accepted. So Messi would make sense, would make total sense to me in Chelsea, and also it would have made sense in Man City, but they've got maybe the wrong number 10, I can say. So maybe I don't know, but then the whole inclination is towards PSG. I think so. PSG makes sense. Even Mr. Fabrizio Romano said, PSG is likely the front runners to sign Lionel Messi, and PSG they were straight away in contacts with Messi, his father, and the whole Messi team. The moment they realize everything's gone down in Barcelona,
like speed dial, call the brother straight away. Speed dial. Hello, Messi, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So Messi, I think so. If he goes anywhere, I thought, there was an interview where Messi said, if I leave Barcelona, I'd leave for only one club. That is my boyhood club. I'm not sure. I forgot the name of that boyhood club that he had, in Argentina, back in Argentina. But then he said that he'd go for his boyhood club. But, now the situation is very, very, complicated. And then I think so. PSG might sneak this in.
Advait, PSG for you as well. And also, if it is PSG, they need to win the Champions League. There's no other excuse. There's literally no excuse anymore.
Yeah, I think it's done, to be honest. I think there are only two clubs that could possibly go in for Messi. One is PSG, of course, and the other is Man City. And Man City had I think, offered him a 3-year contract earlier, prior to all this Barcelona drama, where 2 years in the Premier League and 1 year in MLS. I think that was a contract offer. But now Pep Guardiola has clearly said that. I mean, I wouldn't go too much into Pep, because before the transfer window, he also said that he doesn't have money or he can't spend it, and then you go out and dish out £100 million for Grealish. So I won't go too much into him. But then, to be honest, I think it's done, because I mean, you even saw Neymar posting photos of Messi with literally all PSG players a few days ago. I mean, it all makes sense. Argentinian coach, Neymar, Di Maria. We have all those players, and seeing Ramos and Messi is gonna be pretty weird for sure.
God. I can't believe they're teammates. I can't believe they're teammates.
It's gonna be weird for sure, but I think it's done. I think there's only one option, and that is PSG.
Brilliant, brilliant. I think it's PSG as well, ladies and gentlemen. Declare, thank you so much for another super chat. Do appreciate everyone that's been giving super chat. I believe Strip Bear also gave a super sticker as well earlier on. Thank you so much, Strip Bear, for that. In 2014, Chelsea was so close to signing Messi. Roman still dreams of it. And Messi this season, and throw our hat in the ring for a cheaper Haaland. I love it. I love it. A lot of people have been saying to me, Miz, it's not FIFA. It's not FIFA. Things in life are now looking like FIFA. Tell PSG it's not FIFA, and they will literally give you the middle finger. They will literally give you the middle finger, because PSG will say, "God damn it, it is FIFA." That's what we do in real life. So I wouldn't put it past why not have a bit of madness? Why not have a bit of madness? All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed all of that about Lionel Messi. Hope we've covered all the ground. We want to now start talking a little bit about the Romelu Lukaku situation. I want to play a clip. So it's up to you guys. I know a lot of people have been saying that maybe a lot of people are tuned in for the Messi news. Totally up to you guys if you want to hang around for the. I'm just checking something here. yeah, if you want to hang around for the Lukaku news, let me just. Someone said check out Simon Phillips's tweet. Let me just quickly bring that up. Simon Phillips, man, he's doing some madness. I need to keep up with him. Won't be around until Sunday now. If I live to see, if I'm off to weekend, okay. He's gone away for the weekend, okay. Lukaku's at the final stages. Do expect the fee to be agreed, but as ever, things can. Okay, let me just bring this up for everyone. Live chat. So Simon Phillips said, won't be around until Sunday now. If I live to see it, I'm off to my stag weekend. So he's obviously going away for the weekend. Lukaku's at the final stages. I do expect a fee to be agreed, but as ever, these things can take a bit of time. Relax. Only listen to the best sources. Catch you along the other side. I don't think he has any other latest ones. I don't believe so. Okay, guys, I'm going to play a clip for you right now. And it'll be good to hear from you guys, from a Real Madrid point of view as well, like what you think about this. Let me just bring this up. So I'm going to play a clip from Matt Law, which was from London is Blue podcast. Literally happened earlier today. It dropped earlier today, and this is what he had to say.
No, Matt, turn their attention.
Let me just start from the top.
Does he have definitive?
So yeah, as I was saying, guys, this is a clip from London is Blue podcast where Matt Law was there, and this is what he had to say about Romelu Lukaku. So here we go.
I don't know, Matt, turn their attention or just looking at another opportunity in Lukaku? Is Haaland essentially dead in the water?
First of all, I love Lukaku. Do that. Do Lukaku. That's brilliant. I love it. Dan, that's genius. Thanks, well done.
Terrible.
Look, they've not. We've covered this so extensively, and I feel guilty in a way because I always feel like I'm repeating myself to you guys a little bit, and that it'll be very boring for everyone just listening to me saying some of the same things. But it was always a juggling act between Lukaku and Haaland. For a while now, it's been a juggling act between Lukaku and Haaland, and it was the one that was more likely to land. And look, I'm not trying to say I necessarily knew all along it would definitely be Lukaku, but I think it's fair to say that in most of the talks we've had, I've kind of thought Lukaku was probably slightly more realistic because of Inter's financial difficulties, because Dortmund was selling Jadon Sancho, because Dortmund are normally quite good to their word when they say someone not for sale. So that always felt slightly more likely, but I don't think it's a case of switching attention or A choice and B choice or first choice and second choice. I think there were two realistic world-class options because I never thought Kane was a realistic option for Chelsea. And it was whether they could land one of them. And as we talk on Thursday afternoon UK time, they are getting very close now to landing Lukaku. And I'm always reluctant to say this in a transfer window because I've been burned before, but from what I'm told, the Lukaku one is over at the moment this summer. They got in the strongest possible terms back from Borussia Dortmund over the last couple of weeks that they're just not willing to sell. They didn't receive any encouragement. That message just didn't change. And Chelsea have now made a judgment call on that because they can't just, we've seen transfer windows in the past. The John Stones one comes to mind.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like, as Matt Law has said, he generally doesn't like doing this, but he's pretty much said this is done. This is confirmed. It will happen very, very soon. It's agreed. Romelu Lukaku is going to be coming to Stamford Bridge. He is making a comeback. He is coming back home. The hashtag is Lukaku. Hashtag Lukaku. That is what is trending, apparently. Live chat, let me know what your thoughts are. You don't need to get worried. This is most likely... The thing about Matt Law is, yes, I don't agree with a lot of stuff sometimes he writes and whatnot, but he knows Chelsea news from the back of his hand. And when he's putting his word out there, and he said there have been times where he's been burnt, but he's putting his word out there that this is done and dusted. This is going to happen soon. And he also said that it wasn't that he was a secondary choice. It was literally Chelsea going for both simultaneously. Both were top options, but one happened, and obviously the other one didn't happen. I'll go to you, Ishan, first up, and then get Advait's thoughts on this. Ishan, Lukaku is going to be official very soon. How are you feeling about next season? Hopefully he's there for the Super Cup, but overall next season, what is your feel? The fact that there is a top striker that's coming in.
Now, first of all, I thought, it was his mad loss slip of tongue that he said Lubaku. Then I came to know that it's actually a hashtag, which
It's
says
a hashtag,
Lubaku,
it's a hashtag.
and he was referring to that. Crazy, mad loss, genius. I mean, yeah, Lukaku. I think so. I'm just thankful of the fact that Chelsea are signing a top class striker. It's. I know, and even I'm, not happy of the fact that Haaland's not happening, because that was what our top priority was, and that's what we were aiming for right from the beginning of the transfer market season. Yes, we've talked about all the happenings and complications in the past show, but then my saying is Lukaku is 100 times better than having a no striker. You cannot challenge for a Premier League without a striker. So, if there wasn't any Lukaku signing, I wouldn't have been confident going forward to the next season and saying that, listen, we are one of the contenders of the Premier League. Doesn't matter, we've won Champions League without a striker, fine, I get it. But then Premier League is a different gravy. It's a whole 1 year span competition. You need to have your striker. You need to have your go striker. So if we're signing Lukaku, one of the world's best, certainly a top 5 striker in world football right now, I'm happy, and I think so. I hope he delivers, and I hope he delivers immediately in the Super Cup final. We need him, man. So yeah, I'm happy and very much excited. But then yes, I think so. He actually delivers, gets those goals. Really comes in, and I think so. He'll gel up really quick with the lads, and he knows this. He knows the atmosphere in Chelsea. He's not a new guy in Chelsea. He's been there in the Premier League as well. So I think so. He'll gel up really quick, and I hope he delivers really quick. That's what I can hope at this point of time.
100%. Advait, from a individual outside of the club, a Real Madrid fan, obviously you are. I mean, we've taken care of Real Madrid in the Champions League last season, just to put it out there for you, Advait, again. We had some fantastic shows together. But where do you put Chelsea now with Lukaku up front, with the caliber of players we have? Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, and the defense is solid with Thiago Silva, Azpilicueta, Rudiger has been boss, Andres Christensen. Midfield is probably one of the most world-class level midfield with Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic. We're still looking to add one more, perhaps in this window. We're looking to get Jules Koundé. We did a show on Jules Koundé together. Where do you put this Chelsea team in European football or even world football at the moment?
I mean, you guys just won the Champions League, so I don't think I should say much. I mean, truth be told, Chelsea, I think, are really probably one of the best squads right now. I mean, you guys. I watched quite a few of the games, and I think what you guys were lacking from last season were, I think, the finishing and the goals. You were creating a lot of chances, but then you had Werner missing a lot.
We should have beaten you. We should have betten you 6-0, Advait. You know that.
Yeah.
Tell us the truth.
Yeah, I thought
Andrew, we cooking Madrid again this miss.
And Cruz had Kante nightmares. Tell us the truth, Advait.
I mean,
you're gonna get hammered now, Advait. You're in Chelsea channel.
Yeah, that's a bit much, but then okay. But yeah, I mean, you guys really needed a striker, and then you had a lot of the top options with Haaland, Lukaku, Kane, and obviously Haaland wasn't happening, and now you guys are getting Lukaku, and there's a lot been said about the price tag and all that, but I think you're getting a player who's basically in his prime, and you're getting a player who's had experience with the Premier League before, and someone who could, I guess, potentially solve those goal scoring woes. So yeah, I mean, last season I can say that, I mean, you guys did create a lot of chances, and if you had someone like Lukaku last season, the scoreline probably would have been completely different. I can't lie, but then yeah, about the, I mean, yeah, the midfield has been good as well. You guys have a good midfield, so yeah. I mean, with our midfield of Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro, I think it's really hard to take a lot of criticism because these guys have been through it all. So one game, doesn't tell the entire story. So I mean, credit where it's due. You guys were clearly better in those games, so which is why you guys progressed and eventually won it. So yeah, I mean, Lukaku, I think is be a good signing for you guys. I think he's someone who could who's actually developed a lot from his United days at Inter under Conte. So I think
Where would you
yeah,
put Lukaku from your opinion? Like in strikers, in the top 5 strikers in the world,
yeah.
you'd say Romelu Lukaku?
At the moment, yeah, I think top five would be fair. I mean, if we go down saying top three and stuff, we'd probably have to pick names and start making all kinds of debates. So we'll just say top five for now, and I can agree with that as well. So yeah, you're getting a good striker and a good someone who could probably solve the issues that you have, and that was your main target. And uh, I mean, I know you guys are breaking the bank for it, but then hey, if you're getting someone who's gonna improve your team and someone in the prime, why not?
No, 100% agreed. 100%. PYS here putting more comments from Matt Law from London is Blue podcast saying Chelsea are very close to Lukaku. Tuchel impressed him in terms of letting him know what his plans are, but also not putting him under immense pressure. But also Lukaku wanted to know if Tuchel was going to build his attack around him. There you go. Look, there's a confident striker that wants the attack to be built around him. That just shows that he's, the what do you call it? The leadership attributes that he's going to bring as well. We've got here Chelsea expected to agree fee with within next 24 hours for Lukaku. Inter Milan have set Chelsea a deadline of Sunday to get their man £95 million plus add-ons expected. Lukaku will earn £350,000 per week. Simon Jones and Matt Barlow tier 1. Here we go. Ishan, I mean, that's not bad, man. 95 million plus add-ons probably could go to about 110 million pounds. That's decent business for a particular striker that's on prime. And 350,000 per week. I think that's before tax. Even that, I'd say, he probably deserves that kind of a particular salary. But once again, that is probably before tax. Some were saying that's before tax. So after tax could be somewhere around what Kante is on. Anyway.
Fabrizio said 12 million net. So
yeah, there you go, 12 million net. Yeah, I think that comes up to about 250,000 pounds per week. So
around that much. Yeah.
So that's more or less what Kante is. I mean, Ishan, that's not a bad business, man. That's a decent business for me.
Yeah, first of all, concentrating upon the wages, if it's 350k per week, maybe, which is near to Kante, and as far as I remember, when Hazard was in Chelsea, he was around 400k, right? 400 to 420k, if I'm not wrong. So it's a good deal when it comes to wages. That is fine. Let me just read this out. Important. It says 350k per week pounds. A week basic salary is believed to be before tax, so he should be earning a lot less than that, right? So maybe
it's what Fabrizio said. The net, the 12 million per net.
Yeah. So near about 300, 320, 325k. So we can.
And that was euros, by the way. Yeah, that was euros. Fabrizio tweeted. That was 12 million
12
euros.
million per year euros. Yeah. Okay. So
lesser.
I'd say it'd be about the 250k.
200.
250k pounds per month per week, maybe up to 300,000.
Yeah, and touching upon the transfer fee, I think so. If you're one of the top 5 strikers in world, you cannot expect anything less than that. Talking about the transfer fee, you cannot expect one of the best strikers in world football to come to your club with a 80 million pound fee or a 85 million pound fee. The transfer market, the inflation in transfer market is really high at this point of time, and then you cannot expect that to happen. Doesn't matter if Chelsea negotiates so well. It's really difficult to negotiate with a striker, knowing the fact that a proper number 9, it's very hard to find. In this scenario, the football, the different teams that they have, it's very difficult to find a proper number 9, and Lukaku is one of them. So also being one of the best strikers in the world, it's difficult to negotiate. So I think so a 90 to 95 million pound is a good deal. And I understand, there are many fans who are saying that it's still a lot, and Chelsea would have to break the bank, and it will be basically Chelsea's record signing, probably Premier League's record signing, if that 100 million pound mark is crossed. So I understand the fact that there are fans saying that Chelsea would break the bank to sign Lukaku, and next season there will be teams with Haaland, Messi, Lewandowski won't leave. There will be teams with Harry Kane, and we'd be with Lukaku with the same amount of transfer fee, right? And Haaland would go to some team with relatively lesser amount of transfer fee. So I understand that, but it's unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate, and you cannot debate about that too much, because the complications behind the scenes might be something else which you cannot just come out here and have a speak on. So it's unfortunate that we did not get Haaland. I understand that there'll be someone else next season who'd be getting Haaland, and kudos to them. But then now the situation is very, very traverse, and next season, don't forget, it's in the hands of Haaland and Mino Raiola to decide which club they want to go. So it's all an open ground. So we can't argue about that much.
Another thing to note is that Inter particularly didn't want to sell Lukaku, so they weren't. They had already sold Hakimi, so they've got.
Lautaro Martinez was the one that was up for sale, but they couldn't find any suitors.
And they got a good 60 million for Hakimi, so they didn't particularly need to sell Lukaku. They really wanted to keep him. So you just, obviously you had to break the bank to get him. So that's something to remember.
Did you guys look at the protest and all those? Outside Inter Milan.
Yeah, some big protests from Inter Milan. Their fans are very, very unhappy that they're doing this, but. I know what you're saying, Adved, that they're not in, they've made the money with Hakimi, but they were also in a lot of financial stress.
True.
Ultimately, that's why they've been able to be I suppose, submit to our demands at the end. And someone like Dortmund, by selling Sancho, even though they were in financial crisis too, but they cleared a lot of money with Sancho. So they weren't as bad position as Inter Milan's in. Inter as as we've said, Lukaku
there are some problems. There are some problems with their owners.
And Lukaku wasn't their first choice to sell. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up right now. Thank you so much for joining. This has been a phenomenal stream. Before you go, smash the like button. Still got over 400 people. Smash the like button before you go. And if you're here for the first time, please subscribe. We've just crossed 6.6K subscribers. Let's get to 7,000 real quick, because I want to give away a jersey very, very soon to one of you guys in the live chat. As soon as we hit 7,000 subscribers, a jersey is coming to one lucky person on that stream once we hit the 7,000. And I can't wait to maybe even 2 jerseys. We'll see how we go. That I want to give to you guys for all the support that you guys show me. So smash the like button, share as well as much as you can. Hit the bell notification, subscribe most importantly, and check out the boys, their socials in the description. I've added Ishan's Instagram as well. So go follow Ishan, literally 376 of you guys, and check out Advaid's Twitter as well. He keeps up to date with all Real Madrid stuff. So go and follow them massively. We've got here from Andrew, big up Miz and the panel, and Hala Chelsea. Thank you so much, my man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Brent Smith saying road to 7K is real. 100% it is real. Look, I may have a stream later tonight, UK time. I don't know. Maybe I'll see how I feel if I can wake up early in the morning. If not, there'll be many things lined up for tomorrow. Do check out the tactical video that just dropped as well. Did a tactical video with Ryan, and Ishan was there as well for the review. I've taken a clip of Chelsea's 3-3-3-1 formation that they deployed in attack against Spurs. Do check that out. Maybe I'll just quickly drop the link for you guys so that you can see it. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. So let me just copy this. All right, so here's the link for the tactical video. There's the link, guys. Go check that video out. Now that we've finished up with the stream, I've just pinned it as well. Check that out. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, everyone, take care and see you.
See you guys.